Hello, Josh and James. It's Alexander here. Really glad to be reconnected with you guys and bring something really incredible to y'all's insight and give you guys a really strong reason on how you guys can take your sales to the next level whenever it comes to online sales. Okay, now Joshua, I know we spoke on the phone the other day and it was really great to be reconnected with you. James, I can't wait to speak with you again. I have some really incredible stuff for you guys, and y'all are going to be extremely satisfied on what you guys see. And I'm going to try and make this as painless as possible and as quick as possible. It's a little bit a lot to wrap your head around, so just bear with me. And I really want you guys to see what you will be investing in and what you'll be getting out of everything. So let's get started here. All right, so first off, I want to open the doors of optimizing Google ranking for you guys. Now, optimizing Google ranking means organic ranking. I'm not talking about Google Ads. I'm not talking about, pay per click, none of that. I'm talking about putting your company and your website on the first page of Google so everyone can see who are searching specific keywords that we have played out in a plan specifically for your company. All right, next, what I was just saying, the 5 top high traffic ranking keywords in your market, and we'll get a little bit more into this and you guys can understand what I'm talking about here and why this is so crucial. And there's going to be one specific keyword that is just going to blow you guys away, and when we get you to the top of that page, you guys are just going to see extreme growth within sales just from that one keyword, not even including the other 5. Next, we'll replace poorly bad or poorly performing keywords. Now, what I mean by that is I was looking into your diagnostics, and one of the keywords that you guys are trying to rank for is PSL. Now, PSL, I understand, is your branding, but PSL on Google comes up as Pakistan Sports League. Now, we're not trying to rank for that. We're trying to rank in the realm of what will create sales. I know PSL is your branding, but we will go more towards solar light, and we'll get a little bit more into that. But that's what I mean by poorly performing keywords. Keywords that aren't relevant to your product. Okay. Next is strategically placed videos and image content. So what I mean by videos is putting videos where Google wants them. Google wants YouTube videos, and the reason is because the matter of the fact is Google owns YouTube. So the more videos you guys have on your website from YouTube, the more money Google makes, right, from advertisement and all that stuff from the videos. So next, image content. Image content can be a bad thing whenever it comes to ranking for Google, because image content, whenever Google crawls your site and sees your site with a ton of images, it thinks those images are ads because Google crawls your site as a robot. It's not a human being. It can't show, or you can't see that your pictures are for your product. So we have to strategically place pictures before we just throw them all over the page. So for instance, we want a video, then we want wording, and then we want pictures. So Google ranks off of content. So content meaning words, and we'll get a little bit more into that whenever we go over your page. And your page is really nice. It's extremely optimized on the front page, and the only thing that we need to do is just move around a couple images, place a couple videos, and just kind of rearrange it to where Google likes it. Now, we don't have to keep that forever. We can always change it and rearrange it once we're on the front page. But the goal is here to get you to the first page of Google, to these high traffic keywords, okay? Next, creating optimized website pages index on Google. So what that means is whenever you go to Google and you search something and all those pages come up and it has blue text and all of the text within, around, or underneath it, and it kind of gives a little description for the business, and that is what an index is. Now, that has to be optimized for certain keywords, and certain keywords can go to specific pages on your website. to be able to rank for more keywords. So that is what I mean by page indexes. So we need to be able to create that index that is corresponding to those keywords that we are ranking for. Next is detailed keyword performance ranking and traffic reports. All right, so this is summing up everything that we're doing. We will be able to develop performance ranking or performance reports that shows you your website ranking up on the pages of Google and also showing the traffic that's being generated after we rank up, or in some cases we've seen traffic being generated just from ranking it up, and just getting it to the page 2 or 3, and then we start seeing slow traffic coming in, and as soon as we hit page 1, I mean, it flies. The website flies, sales start skyrocketing, and once you guys see these reports and understand what's going on, then we can start expecting traffic, and then you can see where the traffic's coming from, what keywords the traffics are coming from, all the way down to how long they stayed, if they left the page, if they went to another competitor's page and back to your page. I mean, this goes on, and we can use this to optimize for greater sales. And that's the best part about it. It's, the report is for you guys, but it's also showing you guys that we're also analyzing it and breaking it down to reverse engineer how we can create more traffic and obviously create more conversions when it comes to sales, because you can have all the traffic in the world, but if no one's purchasing, then there's no reason to have any other traffic. So that's what the main portion of reports are for, is so you guys can see where y'all are at, and for us to optimize a little bit better and to be able to build off of how people are reacting on the page. So next, why optimize in Google, right? This is a big question that a lot of companies always ask me is, well, why do I want to be on Google? And for your instance, I have here for you your searches. So if you look here, you have 9 traffic searches. Okay, so what that means is 9 people this month went to your site from Google, right? I mean, that's growth. It's not 0, so that's good. But if we want to take a look a little bit deeper, we can see here one of your top competitors who has almost the same type of product you guys have has 4,000 traffic, and that's this month. That's not overall. So I mean, you can kind of just like see there on why you want to optimize in Google. For one, I mean, if you guys had 4,200 people coming to your site each month, that would just kill it in sales. And this is why I wanted to show you guys this, is to see if you're optimized in Google, you start generating this traffic. And once we start generating this traffic and we start putting the people where they want to be, then we start generating sales. And that's the reason why we're doing this, is to generate more sales. Now, I want to go over why your website is so low in receiving little to no clicks per month on Google. Okay, so first thing is keywords. The keywords that we're ranking for aren't very high traffic keywords, and they are. Some of them are. If you look over right here, a couple of them are, but as I was speaking earlier for PSL was searched 22,000 times. But PSL isn't relevant to your company because, like I said, it's Pakistan's sports league. So we don't want to be optimizing for that. I know it's your branding, but we want to be able to rank what is relevant to us and what will generate sales. Okay, so next right here we have positioning. If you see the position on where you guys are at, so we can go through here. So for Solar Light, your position number 25, which is really good. That puts you on the 3rd page of Google, right? And if you look over here, that's 3,600 searches a month from Google. That's huge. It's giant. So I want you guys to be able to understand what keywords we'll be going after, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. So let's take a look at these positionings. So if you see here, we have solar powered lights, right? We're ranked position number 50. So, and that has 480. That's high traffic, but we can, since you guys are already ranking for that, we can optimize that word a little bit better to get you guys onto page 1. Whether it's position 1 through 9, we'll get you there to page 1. Okay, and we'll go over a little bit on how we're actually going to do that for you guys next. Next we have anchor text. So this is another reason why you're so low. So anchor texts are involved with your keywords. So within your anchor texts, you must have your keywords that you're trying to rank for. And what anchor texts are used for are interlinkings within your site. So the blue little text that you can click on your site, that's an anchor text. Or if someone is writing a blog about your site and they, in the blog text, they put a text and it links over to your site. We want that text that links over to your site to be a keyword that we're trying to rank for. Whether it's, some of these keywords or some keywords that we're going to be showing you here in just a little bit. Okay, so now another thing that goes into play is trust flow and citation flow over here. Trust flow and citation flow is determined from the site. Okay, so trust flow is the trustworthiness of the site, which means how many people are going to that site. Is that site active, or is it just a spam site, posting things for no reason, and it's just posting just to post? Google can depict that by seeing no one's going to that site and people are just posting to build, links or whatever for a site. So we want to have our trust flow extremely high, over 20. And if you see here, we only have one of them that's, at 6. The rest that we have here are 0, 0, 0. So no one's going to these sites. Next over, we have citation. Citation is how many links go to that site that are linking your site. So here, and this is on a scale of 1 to 100. So the closer to the 100, obviously, the better the site. So these sites here that are linking these anchor text for you over here, that have these anchor text for you, aren't a very sourced site, okay? And what we will do is actually go out and find source sites that are relevant to your topic and not just business. So let's say, environment or, health or, just certain things like that that are, relevant to your site, or, adventure or exploration, stuff like that. Sites that are reasonable and have a reason to be posting and talking about your product, okay? So it's about the relevancy of the site that's linking you, their trust flow, and their citation flow. Okay, so that is another reason why you guys are ranking so low, is because the sites that are backlinking you aren't technically relevant to you, and they also have very low trust flow and citation flow. So the higher you get these up, the better authority your site will get, in which we'll go over in just a little bit, website authority. All right, so top ranking keywords. First we have solar lights. Now, Josh, I mentioned to you on the phone, we found this keyword here, solar lights, and if you look here, a volume of 22,200 people search this every single month. This is huge right here, huge. If you guys were here on top of this page and at least getting half of this traffic, or a fourth of this traffic, that's tremendous just from one keyword, okay? So this is our number one optimized keyword that we will be going after, solar lights. Next. Our next word here is solar lantern. So if you can, just keep looking with me, the volume for this is 2.9, okay? 2,900 people search this each month, right? I mean, if they just click on your site and see what you guys have to offer, obviously you guys have a solar lantern, okay? So this is big. If we get you here, get traffic going to your site, these people are looking for solar lanterns in Google. So let's give them a good reason to want your product, and also put your product in front of them, okay? Next. Next we have outdoor solar lanterns. Okay, so this is the same concept, right? If you want to just keep looking with me here, it has 1.6, right? I mean, and it just goes on and on. Now, what I was speaking about earlier is anchor texts, within your site, and within other sites, we would have this keyword actually linking to your site, whether it's inside your site, linking to another page, or from another website, linking directly to your site and your pages within your website, okay? Next, building website authority. First, we're going to optimize URL authority. All right, and what I mean by optimized URL authority, so authority is what generates your position on Google. Okay, so the higher the authority, the higher ranking you are. So, for instance, let's say someone has authority, which we'll go over a little bit here in just a second with examples. If someone has an authority of 80 and you have an authority of 20, then obviously the 80 is going to get ranked higher. Okay, and we can build that authority, right? Okay, so next is optimizing dynamic keywords and anchor text. And I've mentioned this a couple times already. This is huge whenever it comes to optimization for your website. So anchor texts are keywords that are clickable, okay? And that means coming from outsourced sites and inside your website, right? We're going to create keywords that we're trying to rank for and make them clickable, all right, to go within your page to other pages. And then, for instance, from other websites, once you click it, it's going to take you directly to your site. Okay, that's a big factor whenever it comes to ranking. Next is high authority backlinks, external links. So this goes into keywords and anchor text. So the anchor text will be coming from the backlinks. Backlinks are external links from other sites, okay? I've mentioned this a couple times now because this is really important, extremely important whenever it comes to ranking in Google. Google wants to see other websites talking about specific websites within the dynamics of those keywords that you're trying to rank for, okay? So next is high traffic social signals. So what high traffic social signals is having Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., talking about your site, linking to your site. That is a social signal, and we can generate extremely high social signal. So securing a website SSL. This is making sure your site is encrypted so it cannot get hacked. So if someone is entering in, information, whether it's their email address, their name, whatever it is that we're having them do, and in cases their credit card, this makes sure that they are secure. So Google wants to see this, and Google puts, secured sites over not secured sites because for that reason of, not getting hacked. If you're on the first page of Google and you're not secured, hackers can just go onto Google and search, companies on the first page and be able to find a non-secured site and just boom, get in and be able to take a lot of information which we want to secure. And this is reasonable for why Google wants this, for their customer safety, and obviously why we would want it is for your customer safety, right? We don't want to be able to bring up any confusion. So now here is authority for you and another company. Okay, so let's first go over the SSL. So I want to show you guys over here on the right, HTTPS. That is a secured SSL site. And if you look over here, HTTP, your site it doesn't have the S, so it's not declared as a secured site. Okay, over here they have a secured site. Now, this site right here, this URL is actually ranking on the first page of Google for solar light, okay, which is a big keyword. I think solar light was 3,600 that we went over, and solar light, and they also were ranking for solar lights too on the first page of Google. They which is 22,000 searches. Okay, so just from solar light and solar lights has a total of over 25,000 searches, right? So next we have domain authority and page authority. Now, what I was going over earlier, whenever you optimize URL authority, this is the prime example. So your site over here on the left is its domain authority is 14. Now, obviously, the closer to 100, the better. And your page authority is 27. Now, the difference between domain authority and page authority is domain authority is incoming links that have high authoritative, that is a high authoritative domain itself. Okay, so let's say we have a company backlinking you, or talking about your company that has an authority of 80, right? And we have 100 of those talking about you. That means that this number is going to go up, right? And the next thing that helps is if we have more high authoritative sites linking not only your homepage but multiple pages within your site. Okay, so that's another thing to be able to increase domain authority. Those are the two things: is the authority of the sites ranking or linking you, and how many links are in your pages and page and your website. So all the pages that you have and your main page, you want to have multiple backlinks to each page within your site. Okay, so page authority here, and if you can see here, this is actually your home page that we're looking at. So if you want to see here, your page authority has more, your homepage authority has more authority than your domain authority. And the reason is because you have more backlinks linking to just your homepage and not to your overall pages on your site. Okay, so once we get those overall links to every single page on your site, then our domain here will pop up. Okay, now if we take a look over to the right here, they have 79 in domain authority. This is huge. And their page authority. So this is, if you can see, this is a backslash. So this is a page within their website. This isn't their home page, right? But their domain right here, Wayfair, is extremely high in authority because it has multiple backlinks. So for instance, this page here where it's like the backslash, its page authority is high. So you could expect that from every other single page within their website because their domain here is high. So that means that each page authority has to be at least a 40 or higher to be able to get to this level, right? So we want to bring up page authority on your end within every single page of your website. And I know that's a lot, and it's really complicated to understand, but this is the reality of the fact and what Google wants. So I want you guys to understand on what we will be doing. And I mean, obviously, you don't have to understand to 110% of its potential, but I just want you guys to know on how we will be doing this, and and why. Why we will be doing these certain things, such as backlinking and internal links and all that stuff, right? So this is the reason why, is because your domain authority and page authority. This is huge to Google, right? You can't get on the first page of Google without any authority or page authority. It's just not going to happen, especially for high traffic keywords. Okay. So next we have email marketing. Now this is the icing on the cake that we like to offer. So what we do with email marketing is we collect emails with discounts on the landing page, for sales, and it could just be on your homepage. So once we rank it onto the top of Google, we'll add in a page that pops up, and we can even make it fun. We can even do a pop-up that on your page that will allow them to spin to win, maybe having like 10% off all the way up to 20% off, right? And sometimes even putting in that wheel, once they click the wheel, it spins, and maybe even giving them something for free, and every time someone clicks it, 1 out of 1,000 people will click it, get a free light, or something like that. We can play around with this and have fun with it, right? This is the fun part. This is the icing on the cake. This is how we generate sales whenever we have slow days on the site, and which we'll get into a little bit further down. So follow-up campaigns. This is for people who come to the site and they enter in their email address, but they didn't purchase anything, and we can see that. We can see that this person, gave us their email address, but they never went through with the purchase. So what we'll do is we'll send a follow-up campaign to their website. Whether that'll be offering a discount code, or whether we'll be offering, if you buy 3, you can get it at X price, right? These are things we'll go over with you guys with, and how comfortable y'all feel on discounts and all that stuff, which is huge whenever it comes to email marketing, because you got to give a person a reason to re-engage within your site. All right, now announcement of giveaways. Now this is mainly towards social media, and I wanted to add this in there just to kind of give you guys a little glimpse of what we could do for social media too. So announcements of giveaways is, collecting emails, and let's say we gave away 10 PSLs, right? We gave away 10 PSLs in a giveaway, and we collected 1,000 emails. Well, within that announcement of the giveaway, we'll say, hey, congratulations to, to John Warner, right? John Warner, you're the winner, but everyone who entered, we're all winners here. For the next 3 days, we're going to be offering 20% off just for entering in our giveaway, and give those people a reason to engage in that product, because if they entered in the giveaway, then obviously they're excited about the product and they want to use it, right? So this is why we want to use this, and not just, well, like this page, like this post, comment, share, like all that. Obviously that's going to all be involved, but being able to connect out to that customer who's interested through emailing is big, is extremely big whenever it comes to sales, all right? Next, we have mass email blastings offering discounts, right? So like I said, this is what we'll be doing on low traffic days. Okay, so whenever traffic's low, let's say we only have, you know, let's say we have 300 people come to the site, or even 150 people come to the site on that day, right? And we can see that. So the following day, we'll just launch an email ad to all the people who've signed up for our email list, and we'll give them a discount code, for 24 hours. So they got to act fast. We got to give them a reason to act fast, act now, right? And not just, here's a discount code, use it when you want, right? We got to give them good reasoning. So next thing is thank you guys for your time, right? Because, I mean, in the end, this did take a little bit of time, but this is big for your company, and I really want you guys to see that. I want you guys to see the other side of marketing and see what happens on the back end and what we'll be doing for you. It's a lot, there's a lot to it, and there's even more to it than what I added in this presentation. But I don't want to keep you guys here for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours speaking of everything. These are just the key main topics on what need to happen, and make sure that they need to happen just to rank. Okay, there's a lot of minor sub things that we need to do to make sure that these big things happen, but I wanted you guys to see the bigger picture and see why we're doing this, okay? So thank you, Joshua. Thank you, James. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in with me and bearing with me here, but I would love to speak to you guys a little bit further, and I'll figure out, or I'll get with you guys and see how we can schedule a meeting and maybe go over a little bit more pricing, and see if you guys are interested in social media, if we want to do a package. Because if we do a package with Google optimization and we also running your Facebook, it's going to be a little bit cheaper for you, right? It's like if you go and you buy car insurance and you get home insurance too, right? It's going to lower your rates on both of those packages, or on both of those aspects within that package. And that's the same that goes for us, right? If you want us to run your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, all that, and your Google ranking, it's going to give you a cheaper package than if you just bought Google ranking from us, okay? So once again, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure presenting this to you guys, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.